Medusa is maybe not complete as far ahead as she would want.
So we'll see heading into this game how this is going to be working out here as game number 1.
It is worth noting, so Raging Potato is playing here for T1. We do not know why Zephyr's not playing. I'm sure they'll announce it at some point. And then I believe for TNC, I believe this is their full roster outside of. I think this is everybody. I won't lie, I'm not too sure, but either way, TNC. I believe TNC came out of open qualifiers.
That
correct?
Is correct. Yeah.
So they took down. They beat Army Geniuses was probably the big one that they beat. In two pretty long games. So I'm very curious to see what they have, because they obviously struggled in the Div 2 DPC. I believe they actually got relegated, right?
Yeah, they finished 7th and are now going to be in the close qualifiers for DPC after TI, or however that is going to work out, as we'll find out at TI. Also, I think it's important to note, like, Cuckoo now going to position 4 here, or it at least looks like, with Whitemon on the Marcy, so most likely it's went to Vyram position 4.
Yeah, this is kind of what we talked about, right, in the draft. So that this TA Marcy lane, I think, is really strong. So I really like this decision to put the Marcy 5. It is going to cost them a little bit of that fight starting capability in the mid game, though. So your Marcy won't have Aether, Blink, BKB, all these fight starting items. He'll be definitely more poor.
So we might even see a little engagement here with Mavis, just putting out the concussive shot. We're gonna see a little snake bouncing around, but is there gonna be a true level 1 engagement here? It doesn't look like it is.
Is this Sky going top?
Looks like it, yes. So it's going to be Skyrath Mage plus the Medusa, while in the bottom lane it will be the Enigma with the Clockwork.
That is really interesting. So they just really value this Clockwork Enigma lane. It looks like. The Sky, obviously, we talked about the Sky's merits just in the game as a whole. So even though this isn't necessarily the greatest of lane combos, the Sky has a very nice place in the game as a whole. So I don't hate the decision. I feel like Medusa will still do just fine. But we'll see. I guess the real question mark is going to be how this Clockwork Enigma does, because I feel like they're putting a lot of their eggs in this basket.
Yeah, I mean, the Enigma lane, it is an Enigma lane. You will be able to deny that range creep very easily thanks to Demonic Conversion. So the lane should be pretty good in that sense, but I mean, I feel like with the Clockwork, you just have a little bit less. Yeah, like these Eidolons are getting cleared up here with Gabi and Weidman.
He did deny one of them, but I mean, they got all 3 gold and XP. They got half XP, I guess, for the one Eidolon, but yeah, I feel like that's going to happen this entire lane with this Marcy rebound. And you're always able to kill them with TA because of the Psyblade.
Also, Clockwork went now level 1 Rocket Flare. He's going to find a little courier action. Good for him there. As he tried to secure the range creep with that Rocket Flare.
Yeah, just not feeling like the battery assault, I guess, is worth the skill point. It costs you an earlier kill timing is the real detriment. So now you need level 4 instead of level 3 to get the level 2 battery assault with the cogs.
Yeah.
But I guess it's a tough lane for cogs anyways. So maybe he's just assuming that cogs is not really worth it in this lane anyway, so why skill it? But there's the Eidolons spawned again, and down they go.
Oh, the poor kitties.
And it's really important, every time that they do this, T1, it's super important that they kill the Eidolons. And such just very heads-up play from them.
And also, like, yes, you denied, like, the experience from the range creep, but with all 3 of them dying, like, in terms of gold, it's worth it for Radiant as, like, even for experience, it's nearly as much.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at this top lane, the one really nice thing about this lane for T1 is they don't really pressure Doom.
Mm-hmm.
So that it feels like this Doom can go a little bit of a greedier build. You can see his item queue. He's got the face and then the Midas queued up. And it doesn't really seem like TNC have great ways to pressure Raging Potato in this off lane.
Oh, bottom. They didn't follow the clockwork all the way, so just leaving him at like 10% HP. He did get a salve now, and is gonna grab the rune there.
Don't forget to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes shift click just doesn't work, you know.
Still, the game is still in beta, you know.
Oh, then there's another jump. They're gonna clean up the Eidolons once again. It's just so easy.
Yeah, like the way that Enigma's supposed to function, I feel like just doesn't work against this Marcy TA lane.
Oh, they almost got that really slick pull off.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if they get the range creep, it would still be nice. No, Carlo is gonna make sure that the range creep will still come on the tower.
But you said it best, right? The way that this Enigma lane wants to function just doesn't work nearly as well. Excuse me, nearly as well with how T1 are playing this lane so far, and it makes the clockwork just kind of feel useless. Because it feels like this clock is intended to be aggressive with Eidolons, but they never have Eidolon.
Meanwhile, up top here, Mavis is putting a lot of pressure here onto Cuckoo. Forcing another Arctic burn here, but no first blood yet on this map. So let's play a little game here. Where's the first blood gonna happen?
It's gotta come bottom, I think. Whether it's Whitemon going down.
That's gonna be a dispose, and Whitemon is gonna be for
Gosh, I'm just so smart. But that's not really worth it though for TNC. Oh, maybe it is.
I mean, Gabby got another like 6 Eidolons, I believe.
Yeah, Gabby killed all of the Eidolons, so it's worth it because it's first blood. So it's really nice for Carlo's game. That'll give him the completed urn actually. So that's really nice for him. But also at the end of the day, I do think Whitemon wanted to reset. He TP'd mid and filled Carl's bottle. So
yeah,
it works out pretty well either way.
I'm surprised.
I think the main concern is that this TA is just completely untouched still.
Yeah. I'm surprised that the Clockwork went for a first item earned before even boots. Usually we see like these position 4 Clockers, you really want to like have those very fast boots, sometimes even start with boots and just tangos. But Carlo really just focusing on the urn first.
That is interesting. No, I completely agree. It does feel like he's kind of just wandering around without the boots, so definitely curious. But all of the other lanes seem to be completely even. This mid lane matchup, both of these heroes are just kind of pushing in the lanes and farming their small camps.
Yes, rune will be top and Carl will get that Invis rune. It's being spotted by the Ops ward, so nothing too much, most likely to come off a rotation.
Very quiet early game here. Not too much craziness. Do we have any stacks?
Actually, Whitemon missed his stack, and meanwhile the Clockwork did get a stack with the Rocket Flare. Up top here, Mavis. Is he gonna be fine? There's gonna be another mana burn. Ooh, the mana burn from the Doom. Catches the kill.
Well, actually, Cuckoo got the kill.
Yeah. Oh.
But you know, it's fine. It's fun. You know, reading's hard. He will go back and stack. He clicked the wrong creep.
Oh,
unfortunate.
I hate those creeps. I hate those creeps.
It's like it's actually, I think, a support's nightmare to stack that camp. You have to, literally, if you don't hit the small one, they just instantly spawn the skeletons. You're like, really?
They're like, really? You're scared of me? I'm a level 2 hero. What I'm gonna do against you?
I'm just a wyvern. What do you want from me? It looked like Carl was looking for some sort of rotation in that top lane, but I believe he was spotted taking this Invis rune, although he might find a gimme here.
Mavis,
Cuckoo is in the area.
Yeah, that's gonna be a Dream Coil committed here, although Krish on the Conquer is gonna rotate over and the puck taking a lot of damage. X marks the spot.
Not much to be done. Chris was already running away, and he's gonna just go double bracer BKB, it looks like. So just gonna value that early tank ability. They want to get this rune.
Oh, and it's a regeneration rune for the puck. Feels really nice.
Oh, black hole onto the TA. They found him.
They found the TA, and that is the level 6 there with an Enigma, and they do find the kill onto Gabby there.
It's killing time.
A really nice aggro ward placed here by Carlo right below, and they found the TA, and then they find the... That was Doom used, I believe. Yeah, Doom. He doomed him, got the Medusa kill, and then Kunkka counter rotated. That's really nice for Raging Potatoes game. I mean, he just solo killed the Medusa, unless Wyvern may have been in the area, but
now looking at the net worth, it is actually Gabby is below the Enigma. Like, yes, he did just die, but he got a lot of Eidolon kills in lane.
Yeah, I actually am a little surprised by this. I feel like Bach is very happy with the end result of this. TA's jungling, and Bach will eventually just get this bottom tier 1 for free.
Yeah.
Cuckoo's down here for now, but
we're gonna look for a rotation here onto Krish. That's gonna be the Torrent, gonna be dodged by 2 heroes though to dispose onto the Conquer, and this Conquer is going to die. No boat to save him.
That's
Nice
really
rotation.
that's the mid lane. Keep that in mind. That's top net worth on TNC, and he just kind of overstayed his welcome. That's all set up by him TPing top to counter rotate there on Raging Potato. They knew he was stuck up there. Very nice punish.
Yeah.
Will they punish Cuckoo? That's the next big one.
Cuckoo is just gonna arc the
Puck
flag.
actually is rotated.
Yeah, Carl is
He's
now
still-
here as
he has
well.
coil.
Bach is taking a lot of damage. He doesn't have black hole anymore, so this Enigma is just going to die. So the rotation actually saved the bottom tower, as well as gets him a kill onto this Enigma.
And that's going to free up top a little bit here. Raging Potato can just push this in and threaten top. So Carlo's going to have to TP up here. He's fine with doing this. He's level 4. So even if he dies, it's not worth too much. He's level 4, but he's 2,300 net worth. It's really bizarre. Just that first blood gold, I guess, coming into play a little bit.
Yeah. Now, we're also gonna start to see these stacks being taken by the TA Gabby. Looking, of course, Gabby even got the tome.
Really? So I guess both of the supports are level 6 on T1 already, just naturally. So it kind of makes sense. Just give him that early influx.
Straight to the bottom with you.
I guess it's like to counteract for how much experience got denied from the TA, but I mean, she is level 9, so...
It's definitely interesting. Carlo, I think he took the tome, by the way. He's level 6 now. So I'm really wondering when T1 are gonna... T1 have to make their moves off of Carl, it feels like. So that Witchblade is coming out. And so that's really going to be the big timing window here for T1. So they might just smoke right away.
Oh, but Conquer is already in the area. Ooh. They saw the Conquer for a short moment there. And also gonna find the ward. Gonna de-ward really quick. Top tower is still standing and Carlo still getting that very, very juicy experience and some gold for his trouble.
Everybody's just farming. There is a smoke now coming out.
But White
But
One
this is
is
not
gonna
the hero
dispel
they
it.
want.
Yeah, that's... Oh, he did X mark, and with the silence, they're gonna find the kill onto...
And they're gonna get Raging
Marcy.
Potato.
Yeah, the Raging Potato with the hook shot gonna be coxed in, and that's going to be a dead Doom here. Oh, he gets...
Got the Midas off.
Oh, worth it. Hashtag worth.
Hashtag value. Great rotation there from TNC. Just 2 free kills pretty much given to them.
Now the counter rotation here from T1, looking into the bottom lane, looking for Bach. There's going to be the Eidolons in its way, though.
T1 scanned the Medusa, by the way, but it looks like Asta may have been aware of this. Bach... he will show.
Oh, and he's gonna be seen and silenced up. He does have Black Hole, but no chance to use it.
Really nice, very low commitment there from T1. They don't even use the coil. And you can see both teams are very much valuing playing a slower tempo game. Just a lot of small ganks coming across. Both Medusa, TA, very comfortable just sitting in their triangle, farming up their ancients and everything. But
they're gonna go here onto the Doom again with the Mystic Flare and the hook shot and the
do they have enough
Cogs.
damage?
Raging Potato is gonna be healed up by Cuckoo, but the boat will finish him off. They are gonna find the counter kill onto the Skywrath Mage and the Clockwork here. Another X marks the spot onto Whitemon. There's gonna be the curse though onto the Enigma, and Enigma from the dead back to the living and now dead again.
Great positioning there from Cuckoo. It just seems so easy from T1. And you're really starting to see the big crux of TNC's lineup, I think, there. If that Sky combo doesn't get the kill, where's their damage coming from?
Yeah. And you mentioned that usually when we see these Kunkka as like the mid laner against the puck, we usually see sometimes something like an Orchid. Krish here is going first item BKB. Has it finished now?
Definitely wants to just start forcing those fights. He has this super early BKB, so most of T1's damage is pretty much mitigated. He's actually gonna go Hex next, by the way, just a anti-puck item. So I imagine they're just gonna smoke up here with this BKB on Kunkka. At the very least, they're gonna start trying to play a little bit more aggressive, I imagine, on the map. And just try to abuse how strong Chris is right now.
Oh, Carlo just got doomed. It's still gonna find the D ward though. As Cuckoo now going to be silenced up. The X marks the spot into the boat and will find the kill onto the Winter Wyvern first, actually.
But Wybon found Mavis.
Yeah, Mavis has been found here by Carl as well. And they find the kill onto the Skywrath Mage. Now Krish with his only BKB. And Bog with the finished Wraith Pact here. The X marks.
Oh my gosh.
Beautifully timed there by Whitemon to get away.
And that is just not what TNC wanted to find off of that smoke. They used their 9-second BKB, and all they get is a Wyvern kill. Granted, you know, their Dusa was farming it up this whole time. So, at the end of the day, it is still a very nice Medusa game here for TNC. Asta, not top net worth quite yet, but very, very farmed still.
How do you feel about like just the carry-to-carry matchup here of Medusa versus TA?
I think it's definitely Medusa favored. Medusa is a very long-range Scotty buying core, which I feel like is just like the general archetype of what counters TA in a carry matchup. But at the same time, it feels like a very easy game for T1 to kind of ignore the Medusa.
Yeah.
Just with how much mobility and powerful teamfight they have. And the big thing for T1, by the way, is that they're hard scaling on all of their cores. You look at the net worth, and Kunkka and Medusa are farming well, but Bak is starting to fall pretty far behind.
I also feel like on the Radiant side, like you have this Midas and the Devourer from Doom, like that is still like an investment that will kick in for later. While on the Dire side, you have a first item Wraith Pact on the Enigma and the BKB on the Kunkka. Those are not items to farm. Those are items to fight right now. Mavis is getting found here, and the island's also gonna get cleaned up.
And we were talking about BKB timings. Raging Potato pretty much has the coil as well onto the Clockwork.
It's not gonna net them a kill though. Nice dodge off the Torrent. As now Dire looking to back off. Asta just gonna finish it farming it up here.
Very nice for T1. They get the pick off onto Mavis. They force all of TNC bottom. And the real beneficiary of all of this is Gabby. Just farming away in that top area.
Yeah, he has Desolator, Dragonlance. Oof.
And that's going to be the next big thing. So now that he has this Deso, T1, any rotations forced bottom is going to lead to a free Roche for Gabby.
So we'll see here for TNC, what kind of timing are we looking for next? Like, do we have to wait for the Medusa for the Skadi? Like, we have the BKB on the Conquer. What do they need?
It feels like they just...
Oh, there's just gonna be a Doom onto the Conquer.
I think he's just dead.
Yeah, he's just dead here.
Just BKB, Kunkka. You have a BKB. Why didn't he use it?
That does not bode well here for TNC. If you
Man,
first,
I can't believe he didn't. I can't believe he didn't. You know, BKB while doomed, Apon.
Yeah,
That's weird.
Can't believe it. Can't believe it.
And they're just gonna keep it going now.
Hook shot from Carlo misses, but they find the kill onto the Doom first. Actually, thanks to the Cogs with the Mystic Flare.
They committed the Black Hole as well for that kill. So a lot committed for Raging Potato. It does give them the trade, but T1 get the mid tier 1. I feel like T1 are just every trade they're taking, it feels like they come slightly ahead, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's nothing too crazy yet, but it's just all of these small victories for them so far.
And so we are getting closer and closer to an Aether Lens for the Marcy as well.
They're just gonna smoke again here on TNC. The Mystic Flare is on CD for 15 seconds. That's where most of their damage is gonna come from. Though they do have a full Spirit Vessel flying out, so that could be a big game changer.
Who can they find here? If they find Gabby, that would be fantastic. But
They do not want the Marcy. Also, well,
Yeah.
they found the Marcy.
07 Soldier is what Gabby says right there.
Yeah, Gabby is saluting his Marcy as he gets decapitated in the mid lane.
We have a Blink Dagger finished for the Enigma, so the next Black Hole could be quite big, but at the same time, the TA flying out her own Blink Dagger.
I wonder if they're just gonna force this Roche now. They know there's no Black Hole and there's no hook shot for 20 more seconds. No Black Hole for 70. I think T1 are just gonna walk on in here.
Yeah, Gabby looking to make exactly that. The double melt strike. Get this nice, juicy minus armor.
Pretty much right into the timing that T1 wanted to play for. This Deso Blink on Gabby means it's go time. And they're gonna try and contest?
It's gonna get slowed by the trap here. The Roche is pretty much dead. Yeah, they're gonna be too late.
Alright, and that will be Aegis. It does take them a little bit of time though, and you were talking about, you know, TNC, what timing are they playing for? 1,000 gold from that Skadi.
The Skadi plus the Blink Dagger on this Enigma and half a minute until Black Hole. They're like, the next fight could be dicey, even with an Aegis.
Yeah, and especially if TNC finds that right fight where they find the backlines, the TA will die if she's the last one alive in this game.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of finding that right fight, and it's all eyes on Carlo, really. Nobody else on TNC is really going to start these fights. Although I say that Kunkka's pretty close to a Hex.
Yeah. That's going to be the smoke. It's going to find the Kunkka again. He's going to get doomed again. Oh, no. They're going to find the Scarlet Mage ultimate, but actually the jump forward here by Carl misses onto the Dream Coil. As now the hookshot comes in onto the Doom, and we have the Skadi finished, and Asta just gonna go straight onto Gabby here, but a nice Winter's Curse there, keeping him in place. They find the kill onto Carlo, and now
no Stone Gaze now.
Carlo's not gonna jump in there. We have still that Black Hole.
It's tough to fight into the Wraith Pack and the Black Hole here from the Enigma.
Yeah.
You definitely take your literal victories again, right? They take a favorable exchange. And you still have your Aegis.
It really feels like these very, very small increments of victory for T1 and Bok. We need to see that Black Hole for the next big fight.
And the problem is just that the Black Hole is never guaranteed this game. You do have to keep in mind, right? Even with that BKB, whenever he eventually gets BKB, that curse is always going to be available from Cuckoo. But this is starting to get a real concern here, though, for Krish, right? He just doesn't have a way to survive Doom. And he kind of has to frontline for his team as well, so he's in such a sticky spot this game.
As Raging Potato, it's still going to be slowed by the Scott. He has the Bullwhip to get under his tower.
It's like he will be fine.
But that's a BKB force from the Doom. And
TNC realized there's no Doom for 40 seconds still, so they're going to just force this bottom tier 2.
Yeah, I don't really think there's too much that T1 can do about this. Down to half health now. That's going to be the scan. Scans out Carlo. Lose reorg.
Heads up scan. And I don't think they're going to defend it actually because of that scan connecting. And that is the one thing that T1 probably have to be really careful about, right? If they try to commit onto Asta, the counter initiation with the boat black hole from TNC is very scary. So they have to be very careful on T1 on picking the correct targets this game.
It really, I feel like for Radiant, it really also comes down to like who can Rage Potato find. As Krish is gonna get found here once again, hasn't in this rune, but it's gonna get stunned up, and the sentry, it's gonna be enough to finish him off. This is back to back deaths.
He didn't BKB.
That's
and now Mavis. And this is starting to look really tough. The Kunkka just, it doesn't feel like he can get into these fights.
And it really feels like right now that T1 are just getting the better end all over the map. Yes, the Medusa is still farming, but TNC Predator, they got the tower in the bottom lane, but apart from that, they're not getting anything on the map.
Yeah, and I do think a lot of this is that they're kind of just struggling to find that start to the fights on TNC. It doesn't feel great as Clockwork anymore, just going in and throwing your body, because you're just going to instantly die. And so it does feel like they need this Hex on Krish, I guess. There's not a lot of great fart starting. What am I saying? Fight starting solutions coming out.
And now we're gonna have here the smoke for T1, looking into the enemy triangle, and they are being scanned out. Like they know there's somebody smoked here.
They have a sentry for this high ground as well, but some really nice wards here on both of these high grounds for TNC. This is a bit tough for T1 to get into.
Gonna reclaim their outpost for now, but Dire's still standing, still posturing around it. There's a DD. Gabby's simply going to take it. Was spotted for it, and I doubt that Dire is looking for a fight now with that DD in the picture.
He did bottle it though. I guess Carl is all the way bottom. What's Carl's item progression looking like? So he finished that Kaya Sanj pretty recently, and he's just gonna go Aeon. I think Aeon very nice this game. Pretty much, you look at how TNC, if they do get a favorable fight, if they get that great black hole from Bach, the Aeon disc pretty much just mitigates that entire kind of wombo combo of the black hole. So it really, I don't know if Carl can die once this Aeon is completed. You know, knocking on wood. I swear I'm not trying to cast him.
Well, we'll see if the curse is gonna come out.
Not trying to curse him.
As we do have here a nice ward here from TNC, it's gonna spot out Whitemon, and that's gonna be the hookshot starting onto the Marcy, and a quick little pick off here for TNC.
Did he not see the ward, or did he just put the spider down? Or the spider. I'm just reading chat now. I think he put the sentry down as he got hooked.
Yeah, the sentry was put down right as he got hooked.
That's like the worst feeling as a support, isn't it? You're like, you're like, I'm gonna go D-ward, and you immediately die.
As we are gonna have now the smoke from TNC. Without the Marcy in the picture for 20 more seconds, what can they find? We have also the Hex finished on the Conquer. And no Aeon Disc. Actually, Aeon Disc finished on the Puck already.
Oh, Cuckoo. This would be a great target, but he has to blink.
He had to blink and he gets away. And there's no hookshot anymore.
And Cuckoo is very farmed this game. Blink, Force Staff, almost Aether Lens completed on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's 4-1-9. It feels like he's kind of been the linchpin in this game.
Now the TA also has finished her own BKB. Gabby gonna be hitting hard in these team fights.
So Asta going for the Silver Edge here.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of mobility and a little bit more damage from him. The break isn't particularly great, although I guess breaking side blades is pretty useful.
Yeah.
Whitemon gonna run in here. He's just charging in. He's like, I got the D-Ward, guys. Don't worry.
Got it, I guess. Good. Now they're still looking for bottom here. Asta just gonna get away. Carl does not see the Medusa. She has the Shadow Blade.
Yeah, this Hex is really nice though for TNC.
Mm-hmm.
It gives them that extra layer of lockdown. Ooh. They did not have this before.
Your admiral is on board.
Carl's just poking at them bottom. They're not. He has nobody behind him. He's just being a little, just doing puck things.
If you're Hex, you can still assemble the Aeon Disc, right?
Correct. Yeah, you can assemble that Aeon Disc. So even if you get... The only way you couldn't is if you are... Wait, I think you can always do it.
Oh, there's going to be the Hex onto the Doom here. Nice force stop by Cuckoo. And with the BKB, he will be away. However, there's going to be the hook shot. Finding the kill. A 1-for-1 trade so far with the curse now onto the Clockwork. Gonna have a buyback from the Doom here as the puck coming in. X marks the spot a little bit off the mark.
They found the Enigma.
Uh-oh, the Enigma has been found here and immediately doomed up. And now Gabi, he's just ready to go in. Chris just trying to TP out with a BKB as Asta with the Stone Gaze trying to get out of there. Yeah, we'll have that invis to work with.
He might not escape. He's going to walk onto a ward here.
Uh-oh, the ward, he's still...
Okay, he's out.
He's out.
Great buyback there from Raging Potato. I just immediately finds the Doom off the buyback. And Carl is just immediately there for that follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great... That was about as good as you're going to get, I feel like, though, for TNC. You started the fight onto the Doom, you forced his BKB, and then you killed him after that BKB without him getting Doom off. So it does give them small signs of life.
If they find another kill onto that Doom, that would be very big. Roshan is going to be respawning here in about 50 seconds. And Dire, they're going to go for a smoke immediately. They know they still have Black Hole. There is no curse for 5.
No Doom,
yeah,
specifically,
no Doom.
But look at Gabby.
Oh, Gabby.
He's got a DD as well.
Oh, he got a DD. There's going to be the jump in here. They're going to find the kill onto the Winter Wyvern already. And the Doom is dead as well. As the TA just got away.
TNC just... Great find there from Carlo. I think that was a 2-man cogs.
Yeah.
And that's a
Gabby.
pretty lengthy
There's
duration.
There's going to be the Black Hole now onto the TA. No chance to get anything off here. And Gabby is going to die.
Huge find for TNC.
And Roche is going to be respawning right now.
Go check it, Mavis. He checks it.
He checks it. So TNC.
And this has started to get really dicey for T1.
Oh, Whitemon also been found here by Carlo. The hookshot gonna be there. Whitemon with another Spirit Vessel. I believe he is dead.
Oh, he juked him though. I think he's fine. But this is all going to be space here. They're going to walk into the Roche pit here. Asta on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And T1 is really starting to run into this problem where if they don't have Doom, the ability, I suppose. If they don't have the ability Doom, I don't think they can fight.
Yeah.
They're very CD reliant when you start to look at it, right? They have the Coil, Curse, and Doom. All decently duration abilities. I guess Dream Coil is 50 seconds on Arcane
Carl
Rune.
might be looking for a steal here. No, he's gonna back off, and the same for Cuckoo there. As this is going to be an Aegis, as well as a Shard going the way of the Medusa. Both.
Yep, that cold-blooded, very nice for the Medusa. And Asta's pretty much getting to that point where he can effectively be this frontline damage dealer for TNC. And this is exactly what they needed him to kind of get to that point. So now your Kunkka can be more of this utility spellcaster, pseudo frontline, play off of his stuns with that Hex. It's very, very nice for TNC, especially now that they have that Aegis.
Yeah, now looking just to take these easy towers here, the tier 1 up top. And still, like, the net worth lead never really amounting too much for either side, but with this, a huge momentum swing for TNC. And Asta now also finished the Aghanim Scepter.
With that cold-blooded, so just the stun off of the snake. Double snakes as well, very nice. Unfortunately, they removed that, remember that busted Medusa 20 talent? It used to be, what was it, like, Mystic Snake gives, like, X% of mana or something back?
Oh, yeah.
You just get full mana off of a snake. Oh, look at this from Asta.
Asta, he has the Silver Edge. He is on Gabi. They're gonna try to get up, but there's gonna be the first stun onto Gabi. He gets the blink away thanks to the refraction. Tries to walk away with the... And now
They get to Gabi. Carlo is on the way.
we're
Oh,
gonna find the hook shot onto the Marcy, and we're gonna find at least that kill.
that was from downtown.
But a very nice setup trap there by the Medusa, nearly catching off Gabi.
I love how aggressive Asta is being with this Silver Edge. He's like actively putting his body in harm's way. He's practically daring T1 to go on him because he knows if T1 goes on this Medusa, TNC will just wipe the floor with them with their counter engage. And the map is starting to get pretty small here for T1. They're just kind of sweeping through on TNC.
Also a little bit of an interesting item choice here for Gabi. We see the Mage Slayer. Most likely going into the Bloodthorn.
He's prioritizing that just a little bit more magic res, but he is going to go for that Bloodthorn. And he is 25 now as well. What? You normally go Refraction Instance. Oh.
The Melted
He goes
Bash.
Meld Bash.
Oh, another hookshot connecting there. Carlo. The force staff not going to be nearly enough.
And they get the black hole onto
Oh, the
Gabi.
black hole onto Gabi as well. The BKB doesn't do anything there. Buck, he needed to come in with the black hole
And
to bring
Raging
it home.
Potato.
He's just going to
BKB
TP
play.
out.
But look at this. Asta's already down here. He already TP'd to this outpost.
And TNC with like a couple of very, very good map movements. Found the kill onto Gabi. And now there's no buyback on him. Now, of course, they don't know that, but also the 25 for the Medusa.
They've just completely closed this map off, and they're already going high ground. It's just so quick from TNC with these punishes. Carl's trying to cut these waves on the puck, but it feels like he can only cut so many lanes.
Yeah.
And Asta's just gonna take this tier 3. I don't know how they stop him.
Yeah.
Start to poke at him.
I don't think... Oh, Whitemon. Oh, that is both not on the correct one, but the hook shot connects onto the Winter Wyvern here, and Cuckoo is
He's just
going to
dead.
fall. That's no Winter's Curse now. There is still no black hole.
I think he ate 2 snakes there, and then just got Skywrath ulted afterwards.
Yeah.
And that will be... Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay, we get the
Can't forget that.
Dire
And this is a pretty huge turnaround. T1, they cannot fight into this Aegis. 30 seconds until the Aegis is out. And they need to find the Doom. I guess but who do they Doom now?
The Medusa has a butterfly finished.
If they Doom Medusa, do they have enough damage to kill Asta through this butterfly?
I'm also just wondering if they doom the Medusa, isn't there just gonna be a Conquer and or an Enigma wreaking havoc?
It's tough, right? You only have one Doom. He's not going Refresher. He's going like more of a utility Shiva's Guard build from on Raging Potato. So you have to Doom. I guess you have to Doom the Enigma, right?
Yeah.
And Bach finished this critical item, by the way, on him. Lincoln Sphere completed. So Black Hole now is guaranteed. Unless he gets doomed or something. But you talk about
the
a value
smoke here,
Lincoln's game.
Asta is gonna walk into the smoke. They're gonna jump up here, but instantly hexed onto
They
the
got the
Marcy.
Doom,
There's
but
gonna be
there's
the black hole only onto the Doom so far. As Doom onto the Medusa. Asta is not really taking any damage though. As now Gabi trying to deal with the Medusa, but the hook shot coming in from Carlo. And Gabi, he's in a whole world of trouble. He is just dead. The buyback from the Doom amounting to not really much here. Carl just desperately trying now to cut some waves, but you are in big, big trouble. There's no buyback on your TA. There's no Doom for 100 seconds.
And I mean, we talked about it, right? Who do you Doom? They choose to Doom the Medusa, but
They just onto the Doom. They're just too fast
he
here.
doesn't have. He has BKB, but he has no Doom. Raging Potato's kind of a creep right now. I don't know if they really even need to kill him. And what a turnaround to this game for TNC. Just bided their time, waited for their Medusa timings.
Oh.
Carl will collect a kill, but his barracks are kind of being ravaged in the meantime.
Yeah, even through backdoor protection. There are no creeps, and they're still pretty far away. As at the same time here, Clockwork has been found. The hookshot coming out. That's gonna be him dying. So they found another melee Rax here for TNC. They get the permanent damage done.
TNC do still have to be careful, right? Carl's reached this unkillable point on Puck, where you get to the late game and you have this Octarine overwhelming blink. He has reached that point, so the backlines have to be very, very scared on TNC of Carl.
With Dream Cold piercing magic immunity, that will stop the black hole as well, correct?
No. If you're BKB'd while black holing and you coil him, it does not stun you.
Okay.
But it applies the coil, but it doesn't stun you. So the coil talent doesn't really do too much unless they find the Enigma isolated. So there's a lot of pressure on Carl's shoulders at this point.
Oh, the Shadow Blade from Krish. He finds the Hex here onto the Carl with the follow-up from the Skywrath Mage, but there's going to be the Aeon Disc, and Carl is going to be fine. Not a worry in the world.
Go back in and clear the wave anyways, because he's a Giga Chat, I guess.
No cares in the world.
Lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Now, we have to finish Bloodthorn on Gabi. Gabi just hasn't really been allowed to do any fights in the last, I feel like, 15, 20 minutes.
It's just the wall that this Medusa poses. The TA doesn't really do anything to that mana shield.
Yeah.
It's just so hard. And you couple that with the butterfly evasion. It's so tough.
Plus the lifesteal from a Paladin sword. I mean, that's also just like all of it together makes this such a raid boss to kill.
And we haven't talked about it, but Carlo, by the way, he has a completed Ags now. So just that secondary form, double hookshot, double cogs.
As now,
so if he finds that catch,
here from
Asta's gonna just run in.
He's just gonna run in here. They're gonna find the supports first, and Winter Wyvern is dead. Just like that, it's too easy. That's gonna be the hook shot.
Gabi!
They're gonna find Gabi here. This overclock and another cogs here. The Hex coming out onto Gabi. The 4-step not gonna be enough. They're gonna have the BKB,
but it doesn't matter.
But the black hole's gonna be there, and Gabi is just dead. There's gonna be a Winter's Curse onto the Conquer, but to what avail? It's not gonna be doing enough. And Cuckoo, trying to fly away.
Carl's trying to pierce these back lines. And you will find one.
That Skywrath Mage here. But, like, he only finds these support kills.
He just doesn't do damage to the Medusa. which is Medusa is the one true carry at this point. Carl's gonna keep on poking, but it's just looking so tough. How does T1 take fights? It doesn't feel like they have the damage anymore. Not to mention this black hole from Bach is unstoppable. Every time TNC have this spell, it doesn't feel like they can lose a fight.
Yeah, and with Carlo having that overclocking, he can lock down the TA by himself for so long for the Enigma to come in, as we've seen in that fight.
The real concern is, I feel like we talked about TNC lacking damage, but they are not lacking damage anymore now that they have items. It feels like T1 are the ones struggling to find damage in these fights.
Yeah. As Roche is going to be up now. It is going to be an Axe, as we have the Axe here onto the puck. He has the Aeon disc. That's going to be the second hook shot onto the Marcy. Marcy's going to be X marked. And Whiteman is going to fall here. There's still no TA in this fight. Buyback from the Marcy. They're looking to go on to Carlo here. Carlo will survive for a little while longer as Asta just storms on forward here. Looks for Cuckoo. Yeah, and he will be out for a long, long time. They finally find the kill onto a Clockwork, but it just feels like you find these supports, but never the big cores.
That's a huge kill onto Carlo. He will buy back though. If Carlo is pretty much their main point of control at this point on this Clockwork, his buyback though will pretty much guarantee Aegis. And we saw how much of a problem the last Aegis on Medusa was. What does T1 do to the second Aegis?
The second Aegis where also there's a BKB in place for Asta.
So he'll have BKB Ags to the Sky? Yeah, it looks like Sky Wrath will take it. So double Mystic Flare, double Silence, double everything. Very nice. Hey, look at that. Mavis is ahead of Carlo on net worth. How did that happen?
First time in this game.
This is where like, so if they were to end the game now, if you're Mavis, you net worth check your Clockwork. You're like, nice net worth, noob.
Wow, how am I at position 5 and still have more net worth than my position 4?
And that's where the Clockwork responds with like, I'm a Clockwork man, what do you want from me?
As they're gonna try to go here onto the Medusa. She is out of mana, but the Hex comes out onto the Doom. The Aeon Disc already procced here. Asta does not care about any of this damage.
In the back
Carl into the backline finds the Skywrath Mage.
And Carl
Same time, Asta getting a little bit low here. That's going to be the Dispose, and they might take out the first life of this Medusa. Still takes them a little while.
They got the black hole though onto the Doom.
But it's just the Doom here, and Doom is going to be saved by Cuckoo. It's going to get the Doom off onto the Conquer, but will still fall. It's now Asta with his own BKB. Still standing up strong.
By the way. Completed refresher, so they have another black hole.
Oh, another black hole coming in here. There it is, and Gabby just completely controlled here. It's going to be saved by Cuckoo for a little bit, but the Invis is actually going to save Gabby as well. Can Gabby make it out of here? Dodges with the Melt Strike. Cuckoo not going to be so lucky.
Using his Ghetto Shadow Amulet on Gabby. Will it get him out, though?
Oh, he's trying so hard here. He has also a Trickster Cloak and will be able to survive, but it's a 5v2 fight.
All these tricks, and it just doesn't matter. Carl, by the way, is level 30 and has not died this game. But he's gonna lose the game.
Yeah, it does not seem to matter that he hasn't died. Gabby will die again, and GG's are called. Carl doesn't want to die before the game ends. No, he can't die.
He can't die.
Okay, he doesn't die, but all jokes aside here, TNC, after a pretty rough start here, coming back very strong.
They looked right in their wheelhouse, though. I feel like Bach on this Enigma